What's up, YouTube? How y'all doing? Yeah, check it out, man. I'll put the headphones on later. Check this out. Shout out, man. Shout out to all our subscribers, man. Thank you. We just hit 470. I can't wait till that 500,000, man. 500,000. Hey, I've been saying this a lot, man. I've been not saying it a lot. Subscribe if y'all want to help a positive brother. My team is positive. We doing positive things. We got videos up here that we actually went out and we donated and fed people. Man, there's some ugly people in this world, man. We fed some poor, very, very poor people in the Philippines. They got kids that don't have any shoes on. We had people that dedicated shoes. We trying to do positive stuff. We did some positive things, and that video probably got like 500 views on our own. This don't have nothing to do with Diddy and all that type of stuff. But then we turn around and do something negative that happened on the channel that got 5,000 views. We just asking people to hit the subscribe button, watch the videos. That's a big help. There's a lot of things, man, I have done. If you speak on every little thing you do, then you bragging. They say you bragging. Damned if you do, you damned if you don't. Why are you helping people in the Philippines? Because I feel as though people in America got so many opportunities and these people don't. They don't have no opportunities, man. So God is telling me to help people. I help people in the United States. It costs me so much money. I got people that got their hand out asking me for money. And you know what? I would have gave it to them. I gave it to them. Shout out to my moms. I said all this because my mom is great. Get hit with a big dental bill. And she got her hand out. Bless her heart. That's mama, boy. Hey, mama gets any and everything. So I was joking with her. I thought I was joking. So I had to send her a text. I said, Mom, you know I'm just playing with you. Just let me know how much the bill is and we're going to work it out. So I said all that to say this, man. I am not like a Diddy. I don't care, dude. I can, as long as my bills are paid and as long as I got food in my stomach, everything else is extra. I just thank the Lord that I just turned 59 yesterday, man. I'm 59. The YouTube channel is growing. Please hit that subscribe button. If you think I'm begging, yes, hit the subscribe button and watch how big this channel gets and watch how much positive things Uncle Mike do with the people. We are setting up some stuff to do some positive things. So let's make this Diddy stupidity turn into something great. Diddy's deep gay relationships. Legend of men to expose him. A legion of men, which means a group of men is ready to expose him. Prosecutions drug him in new filings. What? They drugged him, like drugged, or they just drugged him? I don't know, man. These are wild titles. The titles are wow. Anyway, man, shout out to my main man, Marad. Love his channel, man. Y'all know Uncle Mike love his channel, man. Uncle Mike turned 59. Hey, check this out. I got my sister-in-law glasses on. They dirty too. I made them dirty. Her reading glasses, y'all. I broke mine. But when you get old, 59, you don't give a shit. I don't care. So I got on girl glasses. So go ahead, haters. Go ahead and say what you got to say. I got on he and you with girl glasses on. Haters, man. Love my haters. I love my haters, baby. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell. Let's check it out, man. Here
Defense are so the prosecution, the defense are basically going back and forth to the point where there's new material every single day. We've got brand new litigation to go forth with. The prosecution are finally responding to all of the demands that the defense was saying. Remember, Diddy's defense was saying that they were not a fan of the enterprise letter, that specific racketeering charges should be taken out because the grand jury did not indict them, so therefore the government does not have this power. And they've been yapping for so long over the past couple of days. Well, the prosecution have finally responded and they've got a lot to say. Hey guys, it's Murad Murali, daily and consistent content. Let's get straight into this video. Dear Judge Arun, I can't pronounce his surname. Dear Judge Subramanian, probably saying it wrong. The government respectfully submits this short reply to correct a mischaracterization of the government's position in the defendant's April 9th, 2025 letter to the court regarding the government's motion in Lamine to preclude certain good acts evidence. Not short reply. In the letter, the defendant writes, the government will argue that setting up a hotel room in a certain way or needing to clean them after Diddy means that employees facilitating the activity knew something unlawful was afoot. It will argue that certain items of evidence such as baby oil, drugs or other supplies were synonymous with encounters everyone understood were criminal. To the extent that something unlawful was afoot means non-consensual sexual encounters. The defendant is incorrect. Diddy's team are incorrect. The government will not claim that every sex act of the defendant that employees facilitated was non-consensual, nor will the government argue that employees setting up or cleaning up a hotel room meant that the employees knew the defendant's sexual encounters were non-consensual, because the government will not make these arguments. The defendant's proffered basis for introducing evidence of consensual sexual activity between the defendant and persons who are not victims in this case does not support the admissions of this evidence. The court should preclude this evidence. So they're basically saying throw out that nonsense that Diddy's team are trying to do, because what do these people have in common with the current alleged victims? Somebody could have R-worded this particular girl, but no, let that accuser, let their alleged abuser bring 5 other girls that he had consensual intimacy with, and let's bring that into the case. What does it have to do with it? What do these 5 girls have to do with it? It's irrelevant. You're doing so to sway the conversation, to move the goalpost, and to make it look like that this image actually isn't true, but they're not related. So therefore, because there's no correlation, it doesn't make any sense for you to bring these 5 girls, for example. And so this is what the government is saying. And it also, the government is saying is that we're not actually looking for these arguments that you think that we're going to have with you. This particular response from the government also exposes the fact that Diddy's team really have no idea where the government stands. They are literally like in a dark tunnel with no light and nowhere to go, because these arguments are not the arguments that the government is going to set up. They're not going to be discussing who's cleaning up the hotel rooms, what substances were used, and therefore because of this it was non-consensual. They're not looking at that. What they're saying is they can see that it's non-consensual because of what the alleged victims are about to say with their scathing testimony. So this is game on, guys. It is the 1st of May. Officially, we are in the month of Diddy's trial and it's about to begin in 4 days. Countdown is now officially on.
4 days.
It is about to begin in 4 days. So I wanted to start off this conversation, this video, with new litigation material from the government officially responding. I want to know what your thoughts are on this. And I also want to, continue and end the video on the fact that I do believe that there are...
I told her to bring me a water. She says no, there's no more left. Okay.
Days. Countdown is now officially on. It is about to begin in 4 days.
4 days.
So I wanted to start off this conversation, this video, with new litigation material from the government officially responding. I want to know what your thoughts are on this. And I also want to, continue and end the video on the fact that I do believe that there are about to be a legion of men who are about to come forward against P. Diddy. I feel like there are about to be a lot of men. There've already been 1 or 2 in regards to an escort agency, but I also believe there's going to be a lot more from escort agencies around the country who are basically waiting to see which way this trial is going for Diddy, who are ready to come out. I do feel like a lot of men are compromised. A lot of men are still restricted and still scared of this person, and still also feel like it's embarrassing for them to say anything. But once this man is announced guilty and sentenced, I absolutely expect an update in more civil lawsuits. We haven't really heard any more civil lawsuits. I don't know if you guys have even noticed. I don't even want to talk about it, but Busby has vanished. Do you understand? The Busby cheerleaders who all thought that this man was going to bring Diddy down with the conferences and all of these lawsuits and the 1-800 number, that man has disappeared. I know that some of you guys still support Busby, but where is he? He's gone very quiet, and he's also not repping any more of these alleged victims who are coming forth. But I do believe that separate civil lawsuit cases are definitely going to be coming forward. Remember, there are 3 men who are being repped by a different lawyer, not Busby, and those cases are still pending as well. I do believe a legion of men and when I mean a legion of men, I'm talking about Justice League, Power Rangers, all of these men coming together from some kind of escort agency that Diddy hired, that are going to come forward. And as of right now, they're not saying anything about it for whatever reasons. But please, people need to understand that Diddy was running some kind of secret gay network where he was able to do many things with men, eat their semen, lick it off other people's bodies per civil lawsuits, and then also on top of that, had relationships with many celebrity men who he probably learned all of this from. Clive Davis is just one of hundreds. He probably learned all of this from, and then realized that sexuality can be weaponized to give up somebody's manhood in order to manipulate them. And so when he's doing stuff like this, there are legions of men who are all around, have been used, compromised in many ways, and I do believe that they are going to come forward in large amounts in the next couple of months after this trial. This is a criminal trial. I do believe civil lawsuits of Diddy are still going to be coming out because all of this is going to be harrowing. Also, I feel like nobody's even created a documentary on the men that are coming forward specifically. I feel like people need to focus specifically on the men that are coming forward and how they've been abused or told to do things. Nobody's created or filmed that documentary because I feel like people need to look at Diddy from that magnifying glass of how he was a secret gay man, not just in the closet, but also harming and abusing multiple men and basically asking them to give up their manhood or whatever the hell you want to call it, to manipulate them and get a power trip. I think that's a very interesting angle to look at, and I think a documentary like that should be made. Maybe I might even look into it because I feel like it's just such an interesting component. Is that where you are doing a lot of this madness from? That's what it looks like. Who taught you that? And a lot of these men are going to come forward. I can just see it. Honestly, I feel like whatever men that we've seen from lawsuits, there are hundreds more, loads more. I feel like Diddy was just an absolute demon, having multiple orgies with multiple men, 20 to 30 to 40s. Many of them are still quiet and they just simply don't want to say anything as of right now, or they're going to wait, or they're just going to maintain their silence. But if this man Diddy is doing very well in prison, they're making his bed, he's able to use their phones, of course there have been sexual favors in order for him to use them. Do you really think that Diddy was allowed to use these other prisoners' phones for free? Of course there was some form of sexual favors that they needed, and of course Diddy was very much willing to do so, because something he's been doing and weaponizing for a very long time. I think people need to look into the weaponization of Diddy's male sexuality and how he used it and manipulated a lot of younger men. I think it's something that needs to be discussed, and again, the communities of men are simply not discussing it, whether straight or gay. Everybody just wants to be quiet, act like it's not there, put it under the carpet, when there's probably other rappers and musicians who are
Whoa, I just had a thought. Suppose Diddy, wait, I'm trying to make it low as possible. Suppose Diddy had favors done, and he said, look, man, because, these people ain't had S in a long time in jail. Diddy gave up the behind for some favors. Imagine, dude, you get to have sex with Diddy. What's up? How about it? What? I mean, I'm pretty sure you had sex with some men in here already. So you can have sex with me, dog, for X amount of money. I wonder, did he do that? Real talk, I wonder, did he do that? Or you can get some Diddy D thrown up into you. The ones that is out for favors. Maybe he did. That's what he was just saying. Maybe he did that. I don't know.
Very long time. I think people need to look into the weaponization of Diddy's male sexuality and how he used it and manipulated a lot of younger men. I think it's something that needs to be discussed. And again, the communities of men are simply not discussing it, whether straight or gay. Everybody just wants to be quiet, act like it's not there, put it under the carpet, when there's probably other rappers and musicians who are probably doing the same thing as of right now as we speak. Because ain't no reason for you to be so close with all these people, all these rappers, all topless and etc. Conversations and stories about orgies, going on with different men in rooms and etc. Then there's a few escorts are coming out. There is a wave of men who are about to be unleashed, is basically what I'm saying. And I think it's very interesting. Do subscribe to the channel, comment down below, give this video a thumbs up. I would appreciate it. It's just one click to subscribe. That's all you guys have to do. I want to know what your thoughts are when it comes to this madness. I really do. Send a tip if you guys wish to. There's a $sign there. It goes a long way. We are 4 days away from this trial. Expect more litigation updates back and forth from the government, the prosecution, from the defense as well, from Diddy's side, because right now it's just messy and this is only the beginning. I also expect this trial to last until, let's be real, mid-August. We're going to be in this, the whole summer is going to be a Diddy summer, guys. Like, and we can't control it. Subscribe and I'll catch you guys soon for another video.
Dude, real talk, I'm just gonna be honest with y'all, man. In 4 days, it's gonna be real slow to get the information, because there's gonna be no type of cameras, anything in there. But a lot of people gonna be tweeting. Twitter, man, we got in fact, when I finish doing these reactions, I'm gonna open up a Twitter account and start getting into that tweeting. I never got into tweeting. So yeah, it's about to be real out there, man. It's about to be real. I'm not promising y'all anything, but I'm planning on going up to the courthouse and doing some filming and get as close as I can. I'm gonna get on up out of here, man. Golly, Moses, between the Diddy case, which is old and boring, then you got Shannon Sharp. Lord have mercy, that's just stupidity. Then you got the Carmelo Anthony, and I feel sorry for the little boy, and he getting all caught up in this race thing. Man, and I really feel sorry for him, because he think he's doing self-defense, and all these black leaders is going to push the self-defense thing, man. But yo, man, you could have just left. It's no big life-threatening situation that I see. Maybe I'm looking at it wrong. Dr. Umar just said something about both of the twin brothers, they bigger than him, and they got proof that they both was going after him. So I don't know, man. Maybe not. Y'all hit that subscribe button, hit that bell. Y'all take it light, take it slow. Y'all tell them Uncle Mike told you so. Peace out.